Alright, so I finally figured this out. It was up here, pointing down to it. It does want you to use a washer, which should be part V, wherever that's at. Right there. Okay, so let's finish this up. Alright, so hopefully there won't be a part 3 to this video, but we'll see. So we need a washer and our screws. I'll just get that finger tight, hopefully. So while I'm doing this one, just to save time, you guys at home shouldn't be in a hurry like I am, but just trying to speed the video up a little bit. I think the first part of the video was like 23 minutes. Probably 5 minutes of that wasted trying to find where this part was. Now, could they have done a better job of locating that? Yes. Could I have done a better job looking for the part? Yes. Unfortunately, I'm going to say that they could have come in from a different side and not been so cheap with the paper. Maybe use more of that paper, more pages, bigger diagrams. People don't want to have to wear glasses to, use these friggin' things. That's my thought. Alright, so getting that in, getting back on schedule. So yeah, unlike the last one of these I did, this one is really fitting together a lot worse. I'd be curious where that other chair was made at, if it was made in China. So in a moment we're going to bring the rollers back over. Okay, this can go to the side for a moment. Now, casters. Right on there. Okay. So, next, this is where this gets a little more entertaining, I'd say. So we've got our big chair. We've got the base done. Now we're going to put this on the back of the chair. I'm going to put this on the back of the chair. Alright. I think we probably should drop this down to the floor at this point. And bring the back of the chair over. And what is it? A little bit of Velcro. Okay. So I would assume, since this is pointing up, that is the piece, right? So we're going to use M8 by 20s, 4 of those with washers, okay? So that's part P. So these are a little bit fatter screws here, folks. 4 washers. Let's go ahead. Hope we don't drop this. Interesting that these could go on here. It's easy. I'm not even sure I'm getting any threads on there. Almost feels like these screws aren't long enough. Yeah. Let's go ahead and try and tighten one of these down. So we're getting minimal. We're getting minimal threads on here if we're getting anything on it. So, okay, M6 by 20. Is that really what we were supposed to go with? Maybe these were supposed to be the M6 by 30s. No. Hang on. Yeah, sorry. I might have told you the wrong parts, folks. These are the M6 by 30s, which is letter X. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry, folks. Even us supposed experts. Well, so I've definitely designed some pretty cool things. Made lots of installation, assembly drawings. But for that matter, I still screw up. So, and we don't like to edit on this channel, so I'm not going to edit out my goofing up. Unfortunately. Alright, so once again, that was part X, which is M6 by 30 with a washer. Okay. And if there's a place, folks, where you wonder why does my top look crooked in comparison to the bottom, this is where that adjustment is happening, where it's going to misalign it if you don't have it. You don't have this thing going 90 degrees off the face of this. It's going to look cockeyed, so be careful. We are pretty darn close to being done with this, which is good. And I can sit in it. So this thing's supposed to be rated to 300 pounds. Now, I have my doubts. I do have my doubts. I weigh 280. But, you know, the part that's going to be sitting in the chair is not 280. So I don't know if they, you know, I'm not going to be standing in the chair. So maybe I could pull off a 250 chair. Like I said, remember, folks, this could be the place where your chair sits crooked. All right. So we now So yeah, this drawing kind of sucks, but it looks like we need the 4 M8 by 20s with washers to put this on the back of the chair, okay? That is really almost the only hardware that's left. Now this is going to be tough to do. I don't think. Or not. Maybe it'll be easy. How are we going to do this, folks? Should I put the chair up on the counter, maybe? Okay. Then we'll come over to this side. And hope to God you guys can see the action. Alright. Now, gotta somehow line that up. That's gonna be tough. This is where you want maybe finesse over brawn. Having, you know, some guy like myself who's just gonna try and work that thing in there. Needless to say, if you have a second pair of hands, or you have patience, you could theoretically get that in there somehow. I hate to have to call for help, but this might be that spot. And I don't even see the... Okay. So needless to say, we got that in there. You're gonna put all four of these in. And I honestly, normally I would say, you know, try and work this in by hand, so you don't screw up the threads, cross thread it, but I'm having the darnest time with just my hand. So that's not going in at all. So the threads are going to be painted, it appears, which is going to make it a wee bit more difficult, of course, to get them in there properly. Alright, so we got two in here. And so far, about 37 minutes into this. We got one screw left on the back. We've got a, might be a set screw for somewhere on this thing. So we might have missed, this is part S. We might have missed part S, folks, somewhere in the instructions. Let us see. Okay, for the footrest. So we haven't got to that point yet. Let me pause this a second. So the footrest, gotta line this up both sides, and hopefully it pops in or not. So potentially these plastic gizmos are not lined up good, and you shouldn't have to hammer it like I'm hammering it. Which not good. So there's the screw will go on these things, and guess what? Now it's stuck on there, right? We have it upside down, of course. So it would appear there's a certain way it's got to go in, but that said, you might have to loosen up one of these things. Yep, what a surprise. So, and of course if you loosen it up, you won't ever be able to get it to screw in again. Man, what how disappointing is this? So I'm gonna have to figure out this back piece. We can loosen that one up. It would appear maybe on the other side. So it would appear the back needs the horizontal hole. In case you did not assemble this yet. I say horizontal, lateral, left to right. So, dang, he does not want to go in there at all. There you go. Okay, so once you've got it lined up right, now tighten it down. The back hole. And it'll be from there good to go, except for the set screw that we need to put in here. Okay, so there's that. All right, now final step is to find the hole that's on the back of this one. Okay, I'm gonna put that in if we can see it. And if we're lucky, folks, you guys were satisfied with the job I did. So that should stop it from coming off at this point. I only put one on there. Interesting enough. Okay. So that's done. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the floor. And let you guys see what the chair looks like. Hopefully it won't fall apart with me on here. So yeah, 280 pounds. Footrest, leg rest, whatever you want to call it. Wow, this is kind of scary. Actually, it's reclining on its own. I don't know if I like that. So, somewhere on here are the mechanisms. That back one locks it, and then the other one should adjust, help you adjust the height unless you're bottomed out on it. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to put that away because it's just not going to work for me. Alright, there we go. So, first impressions, a little stiff. We haven't put the this guy on it yet, obviously. The headrest, which is, you know, nothing spectacular. So there's a little headrest, and then the lumbar. Or is this the? So this is going to go through the holes. Hopefully, get that through there. And in the back, you're just going to pull down, snap, and repeat. Once we get this through the bottom hole, that gap, there's a. So one reason they might have used this lumbar thing is to hide the big ass gap that it covers. You will want to use the lumbar for sure. And there we go. Now let's see if it's any more comfortable. Yeah, a little bit more. I don't think I'd fall asleep in this chair, folks, but there you go.